Hey there, my name is David Miller. I'm 55 years old, and today I'm here to share how I went from an A1C of 13 to an A1C of 7 in just a few weeks. And the truth is, I only managed to improve my glucose levels after I gave up taking all medications and undergoing any kind of treatment. That's because I discovered that type 2 diabetes really isn't about what we eat, genetics, or lifestyle at all. Type 2 diabetes actually occurs due to a problem called the energy switch. This is a dysfunction that happens in some people's bodies when it comes to energy expenditure. You see, the sugar in your blood should have been used as an energy source, but because of the energy switch, your body is using a different fuel as its energy source. And thanks to my embarrassing story, I was able to discover a tea that can end the energy switch and lower and stabilize your blood glucose levels. Experts around the world are calling this tea natural metformin. That's because this simple 100% natural tea is capable of improving anyone's blood glucose levels and is at least 6 times more potent than the famous metformin, but without any side effects. I personally made this discovery, and in October 2023, it went viral on the internet. Since then, thousands of Americans have started using the natural metformin and are seeing their glucose levels lower and more stable than they've seen in years.
Besides, my blood sugar is down. I'm sleeping a lot better, and I'm feeling much more energetic during the day.
The best part of starting this technique was seeing the numbers on my glucometer drop day after day. I finally stopped worrying about my blood sugar levels and started living life again.
I can only thank you, David. Your video really changed everything for me. Now, I'm starting to have a normal life again.
You see, this means a complete change in your life right now. You can say goodbye to that feeling of always being tired, sleepless nights, constant worries, and strict diets. And that's why I say that soon type 2 diabetes will no longer be a problem for people all around the world. Just as diseases like yellow fever, the flu, and COVID-19 are no longer a problem for society, type 2 diabetes will soon be a thing of the past too. Soon your glucose levels will decrease day after day, then you'll get more energetic, your mind will be sharper, and you'll regain your zest for life. And most importantly, after years of poor sleep, you'll feel rested and light, and the pounds will start to drop before your very eyes. It's as if you became 10 years younger in 6 weeks. You'll forget about the daily injections, the fatigue, the cravings, about the horrible side effects of the medications, and you'll regain the freedom to be healthy, the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, the freedom to eat your favorite foods, and the energy to play with your kids or grandkids for hours. But I've been in your shoes. In fact, everything changed for me the day my grandson told me he hated me in front of the whole family and friends. So believe me, I know exactly what you're going through. And I only discovered the natural metformin thanks to all the hardships I lived through. And that's why now, if you'll allow me, I'd like to share my story with you quickly, because only then will you be able to understand everything about this incredible discovery and how diabetes really works. And I promise you that by the end of the video, you'll leave here with the formula for the tea that's being called natural metformin. So watch this video, and I tell you this won't be the funniest video you've seen on the internet, but it will definitely be the most transformative. So let's get started. Hey, as I've already mentioned, my name is David Miller, and my diabetes issue started along with my passion, chocolate. I used to travel the world with my wife, hunting for different kinds of chocolate. Whenever I arrived in a new country, I'd spend the day tasting all the chocolates and sweets I could find. So, as I got older, the sheer amount of sugar I consumed over the years led me to develop type 2 diabetes. Initially, it didn't seem like my life would change much. After all I had to do was monitor my blood sugar levels and take my medication. Well, that's what I thought, at least. I quickly realized that insulin injections and medications like metformin wouldn't help me for long, because in just a matter of months, they stopped working properly and I had to increase the doses. My glucose levels were consistently rising. I even changed my diet and started exercising, but nothing made the numbers drop. And when I went to the doctor, desperate for help, all he told me was to increase my metformin dosage again, but my body became more resistant every passing day. The medication wasn't having the same effect anymore. My glucose was always high, and I knew it was only a matter of time before the worst happened. I was no longer the man I used to be. I couldn't have peaceful nights of sleep, was constantly worried about my health. And as embarrassing as it is to say, I couldn't have intimate moments with my wife like before. My life changed completely. I spent hours researching the topic online and offline. I read hundreds of real-life stories of people also struggling with type 2 diabetes. All this made me neurotic. I was afraid of everything around me, constantly cautious to not hurt my body, as I knew even the smallest cut could take months to heal and turn into something extremely serious. Now, I was avoiding going out with friends and family gatherings. I didn't want to expose myself to danger, so everyone I knew started calling me the Glass Man. Apart from harming my body's health, type 2 diabetes was destroying my mental health. I was going insane because of this damn disease. Then the 5th birthday of my grandson came around. Naturally, I refused to go, but my son convinced me, saying I was missing out on quality time with my grandson and not seeing him grow. And then, on that very day, my grandson called me the worst grandpa in the world in front of all our family and friends for not wanting to play with him. That was my breaking point. I knew if things continue as they were, my blood sugar levels would spike, leading to a slow and painful death, loss of limbs, diabetic comas, kidney failure, and loss of vision. I was even picking out the name for the guide dog I'd have to get to take care of me when I became completely blind. I felt as fragile as a baby. Me, a strong man who always provided for his family, would now depend on a dog to do even simple things like walk around my property. I didn't want that for me or my family. I didn't want to become a nuisance to them. I was ready to give up on everything. I couldn't stand living that way any longer. So I had the idea to go on one more of my trips in search of the world's best chocolates. What I didn't know was that this trip would lead me to discover the truth about type 2 diabetes and what to do to no longer suffer from it. But at the time, I thought this would be my last trip and that diabetes would take my life there. And the country I chose to be my graveyard was Botswana, in Africa, a place where I once heard had great exotic chocolates made with honey by a very ancient tribe. This tribe had honey as the base of their diet for hundreds of years. It was the only tribe in the whole world that ate large amounts of honey. After all, being rich in sugar, consuming excessive amounts of honey isn't recommended as it can cause diabetes. At least that is what the so-called expert says. But upon arriving there, I discovered that somehow elderly people over 80 had spent their entire lives eating honey almost every day and still ate it without any restrictions, even in their old age. In fact, those elderly seemed healthier than me, a man from civilization only 55 years of age. I knew something was off. If everything I had read about diabetes was correct, surely the tribe's elders should have blood glucose levels at sky-high numbers over 230. But the truth is, the people from that tribe ate honey practically every day and had never heard of diabetes. They didn't even know the disease existed. I was extremely confused. That's when, that night, everything made sense. As a tourist visiting their tribe, I was invited to partake in a traditional ceremony that happened almost every night. There were dances, food, and everyone in the tribe drank a mysterious tea. To them, it was the tea of vitality, drunk for generations by the entire tribe. Since I was there participating in the ritual, I was compelled to drink. It would have been disrespectful to refuse. It was a very strong and bitter tea. I confess, at the moment I didn't feel anything different. This so-called tea of vitality seemed just like a belief to them with no real effects. But the next morning when I measured my sugar levels just by habit, I was shocked. They were at 135, the lowest I'd seen in months, and that was even after eating chocolates with honey the day before. As soon as I saw this, I jumped out of my bed in the hotel room and ran to the tribe. And when I say running, I mean literally running. It was 2 miles from my room, and I was surprised I managed to get there running. It seems that this tea did much more than just improve my glucose. Upon arriving, I spoke directly with the tribe's chief, who told me the tea was a mix of various local herbs, but the main ingredient was something called Gymnema sylvestre, which comes from a rare leafy vine. The locals call it gumar. I spent 2 weeks with that tribe, eating their typical foods and drinking their tea of vitality. And every time I woke up to measure my glucose, it was better each day. I was feeling energized and revitalized. What was supposed to be my last trip turned out to be my salvation. Only after returning to America and analyzing the components of this mixture did I understand how it worked and how it helped combat diabetes. So right now, let me explain the truth about diabetes. Diabetes is actually caused by what the doctors are now calling the energy switch, which are unregulated lipids in your body. Don't get me wrong, lipids are fat cells that are very important for our body, but when they are out of balance, they cause an energetic confusion, and it's this energetic confusion that leads to diabetes. Let me explain it better. Imagine your body as a large city, and glucose, blood sugar, and lipids, fats, are different types of fuel that power this city. Glucose is like electricity, a quick and efficient energy source that powers homes and businesses, cells in your body. Lipids, on the other hand, are like coal or natural gas, a denser, storable energy source that's also crucial but used in a different manner. Now, let's say the city, your body, starts to accumulate too much coal and natural gas, lipids, because it bought more than it needs. If these fuels begin to pile up in the streets, in the bloodstream and tissues, they can start to clog the energy distribution system, the process of glucose absorption by cells with the help of insulin. When there are too many lipids in your body, it acts like a blockade in the energy lines, preventing electricity, glucose, from reaching the homes and businesses, cells. This causes the electricity to pile up in the transmission lines, your bloodstream, creating an excess of energy that cannot be used. This buildup is what we call high blood sugar levels. Moreover, if the city continues to use coal and natural gas inefficiently, it signals the distribution center, pancreas, that it needs to produce more transmission lines, insulin, to try to force more energy into the homes and businesses. Over time, the center becomes overwhelmed and starts to fail, which can lead to the development of type 2 diabetes. Therefore, a large amount of lipids in the body can cause your body's energy system to malfunction, leading to a buildup of sugar in the blood. It's like having such intense traffic that it prevents efficient distribution of electricity, causing energy to accumulate where it shouldn't. Controlling the amount of lipids entering the city and ensuring they are efficiently used can help keep the energy distribution running smoothly, avoiding excess blood sugar and keeping the city healthy. You see, that's the simple truth about diabetes. That's why you always hear that obesity is linked to diabetes, because the body of an obese person has so much available fat that it starts using only it as an energy source, making the blood sugar not be used and roam through your bloodstream aimlessly. However, just losing weight is not enough, as there are also thin people who are diabetic. What will really help is restoring the balance of the body's energy distribution system. Thus, your body starts to use sugar as the main form of energy and not fat. And that's exactly what the vitality tea of this ancient African tribe does. It dissolves the lipids so that you have fewer of them available to use as energy. Thus, your body starts to use sugar. In this way, day after day, your sugar levels start to drop. And if you are overweight, don't be surprised if you observe weight loss too. As I told you, the key ingredient in their tea was Gymnema sylvestre, which the locals call it gumar, and it's been worshipped as a miracle food since the 12th century. Studies have shown gumar possesses powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, antiviral, and even anti-cancer properties you won't hear about in Western medicine. But on the other side of the world, it's known as a natural remedy for heart disease, cardiovascular disease, asthma, diabetes, and obesity. Yet gumar has another unique quality, and when I learned about it, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest with excitement. You see, on top of its other stupendous benefits, gumar balances blood sugar naturally and even eliminates sugar cravings. When gumar enters your system, it activates a two-step double action process. Step 1. Gumar triggers the regeneration of the beta cells on your pancreas. Your beta cells come back to life, forcing your body to produce insulin, which absorbs the sugar from your bloodstream and converts it into energy that your body burns as fuel. Step 2. Gumar helps your body to get rid of excess lipids present in your bloodstream, which causes your body to start viewing glucose as its main source of energy. Now, instead of your body working against you, it's working with you. Your metabolism shifts from fat storage mode to fat burning mode. Torching extra weight becomes your default setting, and much of this fat loss is going to happen while you sleep. When I got home, I searched for the other ingredients in the tea online. Some of them were impossible to find in the US. I'd need to order them from overseas. It cost me an arm and a leg, but a week later I gathered the ingredients and was ready to try. This was no easy process. I had to grind the ingredients into powder, then measure them precisely. Mix them, and drink the tea 1 hour before bed. The bitter taste almost made me gag, but I gulped it down. Then I laid down. I fell into a deep sleep almost instantly. In the morning, I was amazed at how refreshed, relaxed, and clear-headed I felt. A few days later, I used my test kit to check my glucose levels. I was shocked to see that they continue health, and there was no denying how much sharper and more energetic I felt. Moreover, I was slimmer, free from body aches, sleeping better, and had resumed having intimate moments with my wife. I was extremely fulfilled and happy, and like anyone in such a state, I wanted to share my happiness with the world to help others who were also struggling with type 2 diabetes. So, I went to Facebook groups and shared my entire discovery. Then I asked people with type 2 diabetes to message me if they wanted to volunteer to test this new formula that promised to be the new natural metformin. Since it was 100% natural, I knew it wouldn't harm anyone and that government authorization wasn't needed for this test. The next day, I was surprised to see that my post had gone viral and over 400 people had messaged me, begging to be part of this experiment. I selected 230 of these people, choosing those who were in the most need and whose lives were being destroyed by type 2 diabetes, just like mine. With so many people, I wouldn't have the financial means to make the formula for everyone. So I asked them to pay $397 so I could purchase the ingredients and send it to everyone's home as quickly as possible. All 230 volunteers agreed, even without knowing if it would work. I was touched by the trust they placed in me and did my best. I couldn't let them down. After about a month of hard work and negotiations with companies, I finally managed to transform the bitter tea into a tincture with the same medicinal properties. This way, I knew it would be easier for people to use and they wouldn't give up on the treatment. In less than a week, everyone was receiving my formula at home. I was eager to hear the results and hoped that within 90 days the first feedback would start to arrive. But what happened next left me shocked. In less than 14 days, 209 of the 230 volunteers contacted me to share their experiences. They all said that from the first days of taking my formula, they began to feel better physically. And after 7 days, when they woke up and measured their blood sugar levels, the results were encouraging. The glucose level in the blood had been gradually decreasing day after day. It was as if a dream was unfolding before their eyes. However, despite the Gumar tincture lowering the blood sugar levels of all volunteers, some still complained about not having good nights of sleep and not feeling very energetic during the day, so I added a few more ingredients to ensure this incredible formula didn't just have the power to lower blood sugar levels, but could also improve people's health and well-being as a whole. This is why today I'm able to proudly introduce you to Gluco Freedom. Just 2 drops of this tincture per day before bedtime is the simple 10-second ritual that will set you free. Gluco Freedom is the only all-natural super formula that supports healthy blood sugar levels and also reduces inflammation to soothe aches and pains, promotes healthy blood flow and circulation, targets nutritional deficiencies that cause neuropathy, nerve pain, rapidly reverses weight gain caused by type 2 diabetes and side effects from medications. It also eliminates sugar and junk food cravings and supports deep rejuvenating sleep. Now, because I believe in being fully transparent, I'd like to share some of the super nutrients in each bottle of Gluco Freedom. First, you're already aware of the awesome Gymnema sylvestre, aka Gumar. When it comes to our war on diabetes and excess weight, you can't beat a nutrient from Mother Nature that restores healthy blood sugar levels while curbing your cravings at the same time. The type of Gumar used in our formula was difficult to source, but with the help of my lab, we were able to find a small organic farm that produces it in the most potent and natural form possible. Unlike other Gumar supplements that have skin-on quality to keep costs down, we use the whole leaf to give you the plant's maximum benefits. Yet the mighty Gumar is only the start. Next, we've got biotin, which gets its name from the Greek word biotos, which means life. A daily dose of this mega vitamin helps your body to convert food into energy, manage blood sugar levels, and effectively metabolize carbs, fats, and proteins. The biotin you get in every Gluco Freedom bottle also promotes healthy hair and skin while supporting your liver, eyesight, and nervous system. The effects of biotin become magnified when it's combined with chromium, another of our super nutrients. According to a study by Harvard Medical School, chromium safely lowers blood sugar levels and improves insulin sensitivity. When your body lacks chromium, which is likely your situation right now, your ability to lose weight is held back from a cellular level. The right amount of chromium is found in every serving of Gluco Freedom, helps to unleash your metabolism and kick it into high gear. Your body stops storing fat and starts melting it away like a block of ice under the hot sun. Manganese is another vital nutrient that stimulates insulin production, which turns your blood sugar into energy it can burn. Manganese also improves bone strength and promotes healthy brain and nervous system function. Licorice root is one of the world's oldest herbal remedies used for thousands of years in traditional Chinese, Middle Eastern, and Greek medicine. The first known use of licorice root was in ancient Egypt, where the pharaohs would drink it in health-boosting elixir. Licorice root supports liver health and protects against fatty liver disease, which strikes at least half of the people with type 2 diabetes. It's also an effective weight loss aid, helping to control your appetite while being rich in flavonoids, which reduce body fat and prevent obesity. Cinnamon, known for thousands of years as the king of spices, has been shown to enhance beta cell function and lower insulin resistance. This makes it one of our best natural weapons against the diabetes demon. It also promotes healthy blood pressure, assists with digestion, and has powerful antiviral, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties. Before finalizing the Gluco Freedom formula, we also added zinc, which Stanford University researchers say can assist with beta cell regeneration while stimulating insulin production in the pancreas. And you'll also enjoy the benefits of juniper berries, which lower blood sugar levels while reducing inflammation and helping to fight off dangerous bacteria and viruses. Juniper bears were buried in the tombs of the ancient pharaohs and used to help Their potent healing powers come from antioxidants that cleanse the body of toxins and supercharge the immune system. Juniper is also a natural stress reliever used by natural medicine practitioners to relax and calm the mind and body. As you can see, this team of ingredients would be more than enough to make Gluco Freedom the best supplement of its kind on the market, but there's even more. Each bottle Gluco Freedom contains several all-natural sleep-enhancing ingredients. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. This is especially important when your body is under stress from erratic blood sugar and carrying extra weight. Yet the number of hours you sleep means nothing compared to the amount of deep sleep you get. In fact, the health and performance of your immune system, heart, brain, and especially your metabolism hinges on one specific phase of deep sleep, which these ingredients promote. During deep sleep, your body is able to balance critically important hormones such as cortisol, your belly fat storing hormone. A lack of deep sleep dramatically elevates cortisol. This means the food you eat, whether it's healthy or not, gets turned into the most dangerous form of fat, visceral fat. This is the fat inside that wraps around your abdominal organs. On the other hand, getting deep sleep keeps your cortisol in check while boosting leptin, your hunger-controlling hormone. According to the National Library of Medicine, when leptin levels are low, as yours almost certainly are right now, your brain thinks you're starving. You wake up hungry and feel hungry throughout the day because your brain is pushing you to eat more. But during deep sleep, your leptin levels go up. This sends a signal to your brain that you've got enough fat stored and no more is needed. This suppresses your appetite, making losing weight that much easier. Now you can see why Gluco Freedom contains these sleep-enhancing ingredients as well. In fact, one of the first signs that Gluco Freedom is doing its job is that your quality of sleep should improve from day one. And to truly put this formula in a class of its own, each bottle contains a proprietary blend of 15 herbs that regulate your body's natural hormonal balance and allow this whole biochemical process to run smoothly. I'm sure at this point you're eager to get your hands on this and begin your own life-changing transformation. And you'll be smart to take action now, because this opportunity won't last. Not just because of Big Pharma, which might try to shut us down at any time, but also due to the availability of the ingredients. We purchased bulk amounts for this batch of Gluco Freedom, but we weren't expecting the number of orders that have been flooding in. Gumar is always in high demand and short supply, and we only use it in its purest and most bioavailable form, meaning the body absorbs it easily and rapidly, not like other subpar supplements you may have tried in the past. And the 15-herb proprietary blend, which you'll need in order to get the full metabolic benefits, includes several hard-to-source nutrients that can run out of stock without warning. For these reasons and others, you've got an opportunity today that you don't want to pass up. So now you may be wondering about the cost. Well, let's face some cold, hard facts. If you do this the hard way and try to make your own tea with a 30-day supply of ingredients enough to mix a month's worth, will cost you around $397. So $397 would be a fair price for one bottle, especially since the bottle gives you the complete set of ingredients and takes away all of the hassle. But with today's special introductory promotion, you won't pay even a third of that amount. For 6 bottles, we could easily charge $1,000, and that is still a big savings, but you can forget about paying anything close to that. A 6-month supply of Gluco Freedom won't cost you $1,000, not $500, not even $300. Take a look below. I have a feeling you're going to be pleasantly surprised, maybe astonished when you see the extremely generous discounts we've worked out for you today. I'm often asked why we aren't charging more. Usually I'll say I refuse to let price stand between you and the health and freedom you deserve, and that's all true. But there's another answer. Quite frankly, I'd rather see you save money than hand it over to the greedy pharmaceutical companies. With today's discounts, it's easy to see what a bargain you're getting. Yet it's hard to put a price tag on Gluco Freedom when you consider how many customers have told us they're enjoying energy levels they haven't felt since their 30s, along with the best glucose readings they've had in years, slimmer bodies, soaring confidence, and even happier relationships. Right now, we're offering Gluco Freedom at the lowest prices we can manage, because we know that the more men and women we can help, the more people they're going to tell about it. However, I must stress now that this presentation is going viral. Supplies of Gluco Freedom are running low, and we can't say when another batch will be available. This is why we recommend you order your ready-made supply of Gluco Freedom now and take full advantage of today's generous discount prices. Here's what some of our satisfied customers are saying.
A quick update on how I'm doing with Gluco Freedom. A new version of me was born after starting to take it. My glucose levels are now stable, and I no longer feel that anxiety every time I measure my glucose levels. That alone is reason enough to celebrate. But the truth is, I still managed to easily lose 13 pounds. I have never lost so much weight so quickly.
Mark here. You know, Gluco Freedom has been a real game changer for me. Before I started taking it, it seemed like my life was ruined. I felt like I was destined to take insulin shots for the rest of my life. I felt like a drug addict. That life full of restrictions seemed like a prison without cells. But thanks to you, everything changed, and I seem to have had a second chance. Please send me an email letting me know when the new batch will be ready. My personal stock is almost running out.
You see, that's why we suggest you choose at least 3 bottles of Gluco Freedom. Looking at our order history, our happiest and most satisfied customers choose the 6-month 6-bottle option. They claim the biggest possible discount, which you may never see again after today. And the 6-bottle solution was what they needed to experience the maximum benefits. It takes our manufacturing facility up to 3 months to source and produce just a single batch of Gluco Freedom. So logically, these bottles should cost much more. But we're not big pharma, and we don't answer to investors or shareholders. We've set our prices as low as humanly possible because we want to get Gluco Freedom in the hands of anyone who needs it, especially during this introductory period, since we're looking to collect positive reviews and have our delighted customers share their results on social media. At these prices, we're barely breaking even. Sourcing these exotic ingredients and manufacturing these tincture using state-of-the-art production and quality control methods is expensive. Then you have to factor in our 24-hour customer support and the fact that we're offering free shipping. That's right. For a limited time, we're covering your shipping cost when you order a 3 or 6 bottle package. Make your money-saving selection below and we'll rush your order to you right away. Our warehouse team is standing by. You can place your order with confidence because now you know how the ingredients in Gluco Freedom work, as well as the science-backed benefits. You also know a bargain when you see one, and there's no question. This is the deal of the year. But just in case you're still on the fence, I'm going to remove all of the risk from you and put it all on me. When you order any amount of Gluco Freedom today, 1 bottle, 3 bottles, or 6, you're covered by a 100% money-back guarantee good for 180 days. That's 6 full months, and this guarantee is no questions asked. This means that if you decide to request a refund, you don't need to explain why. It doesn't even matter if you never get around to trying it. Your payment is simply returned to you. So in a sense, it isn't a payment at all. It's more like a refundable deposit, and there are no sneaky hidden charges or monthly subscription fees. I can tell you that my marketing team wanted to limit the refund window to 30 days out of concern that people might abuse this incredibly generous policy. But as you know, I'm not some greedy big pharma CEO. I'm here to pay it forward, and I've got complete confidence that you'll be more than happy with your results. So while you're welcome to claim a refund at any time over the next 180 days, based on the reviews Gluco Freedom is getting and all the success stories arriving in my inbox every day, I believe you're going to want to send us an email to say thanks. For many Gluco Freedom users, reversing high blood sugar and fast stress-free weight loss are just the beginning of the benefits. Men and women of all different ages, sizes, and backgrounds are feeling great about their results. And with Gluco Freedom, the benefits go far beyond what it can do for your blood sugar and weight loss goals. All you need to do is click on the package you prefer and enter your details on the next page. The moment you place your order, our warehouse will pack it up and mail it out to you fast, so it's in your hands within a few days. In case you're still deciding which package is right for you, we recommend you grab the 3 or 6 bottle package, since this may be your only chance to stock up, and customer feedback shows most men and women really start to experience dramatic breakthroughs around the 60-day mark. At 90 days, they look and feel like new people.
Living with high blood sugar levels made me feel like I was trapped in a body that wouldn't obey me. The constant fatigue, blurred vision, and constant fear of long-term complications haunted me. I tried several lifestyle changes, but the results were slow and inconsistent. When I found out about Gluco Freedom, I decided to give it a try. And it was the best decision I ever made. Within a few months, my blood sugar levels normalized and the unpleasant symptoms disappeared. Now I feel in control of my health and live each day with optimism and renewed energy.
Being diagnosed with type 2 was a shock to me. I knew I needed to change my life, but I didn't know where to start. Diets, exercise, I tried everything, but nothing seemed to make a real difference in my blood sugar levels. That's when a friend told me about Gluco Freedom. I was skeptical at first, but the results speak for themselves. Not only have my blood sugar levels dropped to the normal range, I've also lost weight and feel healthier and more active than I have in years. This natural supplement gave me new hope and showed that it is possible to live well, even with the challenge of blood sugar regulation. The first time I bought it, I only got 1 pot, and I regret it. If I had known about the transformations, I would have gotten the pack of 6 and taken advantage of the promotion.
Since you've educated yourself with this video today, I'm going to give you a gift. You will have priority access to the brand new batch of Gluco Freedom that has just been released. And in the next few minutes, I will show you how you can get your hands on it. But first, I want to explain how you should take Gluco Freedom. Take 2 full droppers of Gluco Freedom on a daily basis for at least 30 days. Simply squeeze them under your tongue or mix them with water. There's no doubt that your blood sugar will start to stabilize and your markers will improve in less than a month. But it's essential for you to continue regulating your body's energy system. This way, you'll significantly decrease your risk of pancreas failure, heart and liver problems, and you'll feel how your entire body gets supercharged and renewed. Now, based on your current condition, it could take at least 75 days to treat the deterioration caused by the lipid cells after so many years of neglect, which means 3 bottles of Gluco Freedom. Or, and this is the most popular choice among the people who contact us, if you want the best chance of fighting against heart complications and liver disease. While treating type 2 diabetes, a 6-month supply of Gluco Freedom is all you need. Nobody in the world can estimate exactly how damaged your energy system is at this point, because this depends on many factors such as your medical history, how old your type 2 diabetes is, your overall state of health, lifestyle choices, and so on. So as a rule of thumb, after seeing the positive results of more than 112,000 people suffering from advanced type 2 diabetes, we recommend taking 6 bottles or more to be completely safe for a period of 180 days. This should be enough to completely restore your body's energy system, thus removing your diabetes, heart, and liver problems and helping you achieve a faster metabolism and fat-burning state. Bodies that were flabby and riddled with cellulite have become lean and firm, aging. Wrinkled faces now seem years, even decades younger. Their skin and hair shines with a youthful, radiant glow. Their outer appearance becomes a reflection of their radiant inner health. Imagine the feeling of accomplishment you'll have in the next following days. Think of the compliments you'll get, or even jealous looks. Picture yourself stepping out of the shower, glancing at the mirror, and you can't help but break out into a smile, because you absolutely love what you see. The way you felt before, like a prisoner trapped in your own broken-down body, is a distant memory. And best of all, none of this has been hard or complicated. In fact, it's been simple and stress-free because your body is working for you instead of against you. Your cravings are gone, your beta cells are fighting non-stop to burn off sugar that once clogged up your bloodstream and kept you heavy and slugged. You've got the fast-acting metabolism of a younger person in their pride. These are just some of the results you can look forward to after 60 or 90 days of using Gluco Freedom. And remember, when you choose one of the multi-bottle packages, your shipping is free. Now, at this point, I don't think you need any more convincing, an amazing opportunity when it's in front of you. It's time to choose your money-saving package and complete your order while our warehouse packs up your bottles. Your payment details and personal info will be kept totally confidential. Our order page is protected by the latest encryption technology, and to further protect your privacy, nothing about Gluco Freedom will appear on your credit card or bank statement. If taking Gluco Freedom for a test drive doesn't turn out to be the smartest decision you've ever made, or you change your mind for any reason, email us at any time over the next 180 days, and your deposit will be refunded to you. Our friendly customer support team is always here to help. There's zero risk on your part. The only risk you possibly face is the regret of missing this opportunity. Select your money-saving package below, and on the next page, you'll submit your details and refundable deposit. It takes just seconds, but you need to act now, because if you exit this page without claiming your supply, you might be saying goodbye to it forever. Just a few days from now, you'll take your first drop of Gluco Freedom before you lie down for the best sleep you've had in years. By morning, you'll be feeling the results. Your cravings will be gone. You'll have a full tank of energy throughout the day. You'll think more clearly, and your mood will brighten at the same time. Your body is automatically and effortlessly melting off unhealthy fat quickly, safely, and naturally. And you're reversing your high blood sugar and protecting yourself against its health-wrecking complications. You decide how many pounds you want to lose forever. Just let the triple action process do its job. Right now, you've got a decision to make. You're standing at a fork in the road, and you're looking at 3 paths ahead. Path number 1 is the same one you're on now. Nothing really changes. You continue to feel frustrated, stressed out, and worried about your situation. Your loved ones worry about you too, and you know it's unfair to put them through this. Deep down, you know this path won't make things any better. They can only get worse. You wake up in the middle of the night in a panic. You're worried about the tingling in your hands or the pain in your legs, thinking it is diabetic neuropathy. This terrible complication affects 50% of people with diabetes. Are you headed for an amputation? Maybe it's your worsening eyesight that terrifies you, or the possibility of a sudden deadly heart attack. Some people would prefer that over a stroke. That does irreversible damage and leaves you in need of round-the-clock care for the rest of your life. This path means living in constant anxiety. You dread the thought of gaining another pound, so you punish yourself with boring, tasteless meals. Maybe you motivate yourself to exercise and push through the aches and pains, but even if you've got self-discipline, what's the point when your body is working against you? Meanwhile, all the joy is being drained out of your life. Your low energy restricts you from simple activities like going on walks or having fun with your kids or grandchildren. Then there's path number 2. You can take what you've learned in this presentation and wing it. Order some of the ingredients we talked about to see if they make a difference. But you've been down this path before? You've tried different pills and supplements. Did they give you any real lasting results? We both know the answer. If they had, you wouldn't still be here with me, because you've watched this far. You know, Gluco Freedom is not like anything you've ever seen, read about, or tried. You understand the unique biochemical process that Gluco Freedom activates in the body. You know about the triple action process and how it gives you the best of both worlds by powering up your beta cells so they destroy unhealthy blood sugar while shutting off cravings that have made losing weight so much harder than it needs to be. Today, you have the power to change everything with one click. All you need to do is select your money-saving package below, and by doing so, you're taking the most important step of your life, the step that puts you on path number 3. This is the path that gives you a chance at life again, a chance at happiness and freedom, a chance to wake up every day feeling strong, energetic, and reassured that your future is in safe hands, knowing you're going to be there for the people you care about for years and decades to come, instead of forcing them to watch your health fall apart, until the day comes when you're a helpless shell of your former self, and they have to put their lives on hold to take care of you. It's the path to feeling confident again. Visits to the doctor no longer cause you stress because you know your numbers will be just fine. It's your path to feeling a wave of relief wash over you as you throw your glucometer and test strips into the trash and go out with your friends or family to celebrate at your favorite restaurant, and you'll eat what you want as long as you take your Gluco Freedom and let the diabetes and fat-reversing super nutrients do their job. This is what you want for you and your family. I know it's what your heart is telling. Thousands of men and women of all sizes, shapes, and walks of life have enjoyed their own transformations thanks to Gluco Freedom. Now it's your turn to click on your preferred discount package, fill in your details on the next page, and begin your journey towards a bright future of health, happiness, and freedom. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I look forward to hearing about your success with Gluco Freedom.